Hey guys, Ben here and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about Harry Potter. We got some breaking news in regards to Tom Felton returning as Draco Malfoy, also some news about the TV show. So let's go ahead and get into today's video. So if you do go on to enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos later this year. So on the channel we're going to be doing more Harry Potter coverage as the show begins this summer, as I am a big Harry Potter fan, but I must say, I have to include this at the start of the video, I do not support anything that J.K. Rowling is saying, and I'm completely against all of her viewpoints. However, I have to say I'm a big Harry Potter fan, so naturally I am excited for everything that is coming out. So I do want to cover it out of curiosity, and I know a lot of you guys are Harry Potter fans like me from childhood, and you just can't help but get excited about new Harry Potter content. However, I think it must be stated, yes, we do not support J.K. Rowling, and I hope she is somehow barred from being involved in this in the future, but for now she is definitely and sadly not going anywhere. But I thought I'd just put that disclaimer at the start of this video. But let's go ahead and get into today's main topics. First things first, let's talk about Tom Felton, who is officially returning to the role of Draco Malfoy in Harry Potter, but with a twist. He is not returning in the new TV show, which was rumoured a while ago that potentially he could be involved in that Harry Potter reboot. We're going to talk about the Harry Potter castings later, but Tom Felton is the new news, so he's actually going to be returning as Draco Malfoy, an older version of Draco Malfoy, in Broadway's The Cursed Child. So The Cursed Child's been going on for such a long time. They show it in London, but also Broadway. Obviously that is like the #1 place to go for musical theatre and any type of theatre. And so Tom Felton is finally returning as Draco Malfoy, which is just like such a shocking thing to hear, because I never thought it would actually be a real thing. Like, I'm a big fan of Tom Felton. He was awesome when I saw him in The Flash in that one season during season 3, and that was great to see him once again acting. Obviously we've seen like Daniel Radcliffe and Emma Watson acting quite a lot of things, but I don't feel like I've seen Tom Felton in as much. However, he is returning. And for those of you that don't know much about The Cursed Child or don't remember exactly what it's about, it's basically set 19 years after the action of like everything you saw in the books, but also the films and where it ended. So it's 19 years after that. You're going to see an older Draco Malfoy, you see older versions of all the characters, and so you see like Harry, Ron, Hermione, who have their own children and they're all attending Hogwarts, and so it's set in the future. And this is something that we've been saying for a while. Like, it would be a good idea if they did a Harry Potter and the Cursed Child film, because then you could potentially bring back the main actors like Tom Felton is doing here. And obviously that's if they want to return, which may actually prove very tricky right now with J.K. Rowling still involved, because we obviously know most of the cast are against her, everything she's been saying, and they don't want to be associated with her because it could potentially drag them down. But I think objectively that film idea would be a great idea, because you could see all the returning faces and it would just be a huge event. Like, everyone would lose their minds seeing Draco, seeing Harry, seeing Hermione return, especially because it kind of fits with their age range, right? As it's been about 14 years since Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 came out, and that's like 5 years in advance, so technically Tom Felton should be like 42 years old. Maybe that's the kind of age range that he's going to be playing, like early 40s. Currently right now Tom Felton is only 37 years old, so it's actually like the perfect time for him to return, because he's going to be playing a similar age Draco to what he actually is in real life. So it just makes sense. Like, if he joined The Cursed Child like 5 years ago, that would even be too much of an age difference between like the early 40s Draco he's supposed to be playing, I guess. And so he announced that he is joining the Broadway play on the Today Show this morning, and he is the first actor from the movie series to join the cast of the stage play, which opened in London in 2016 and Broadway in 2018. So it's been going on for 9 years in London. Like, I remember I actually was there and I helped out working on The Cursed Child like for a day or so as work experience. I think it was back in like 2017 or something. Like, it was like a year or two afterwards, and it was crazy seeing it actually come to fruition. And so he is going to be joining the cast in November this year for a 19-week engagement. So they start 19 years later, they're no longer children, and this is Tom Felton speaking right here. We are actually the parents, so as much as it is reprising an old role for me, it's very much treading into new, unfamiliar territory I know quite well as a kid, and I don't know him that well as an adult, so it's very, very easy to get emotional. When they put my blonde wig on for the first theatre production, I just immediately cried. It was just sort of a blast from the past. So we actually have a look at Tom Felton as Draco in the future, obviously. And if you do a comparison side by side, he looks great. Like, this is proper Draco Malfoy, and I think he really does look the part. He looks almost like his dad in the original films, and I feel like the wig just, it just brings you back, right? Like, seeing Tom Felton as Draco once again is just kind of surreal, to be honest. So let me know down in the comments below, are you excited to see the return of Draco Malfoy, but in stage form, and are you going to be heading to New York to go see it? Which I know is going to be very, very hard, because everyone around the world that is a Harry Potter fan is going to want to see the return of Tom Felton as Draco Malfoy. So starting in November, it's going to be really tough to get those tickets. I reckon they're already gone by now if they are on sale. So yeah, that is the first part of this Harry Potter video. Let's move on to the big casting news that happened at the end of May, and that is that Harry, Hermione and Ron have been cast for the Harry Potter reboot series on HBO. So this is the official announcement from harrypotter.com and Pottermore. We officially have our main trio. We are delighted to confirm the casting of Dominic McLaughlin, sorry if I'm pronouncing his name wrong, in the role of Harry Potter, and Arabella Stanton as Hermione Granger, and Alistair Stout as Ron Weasley for the Harry Potter HBO original series. So here they are, you can see them on the screen, your brand new Harry, Hermione and Ron, who will star as the three best friends in the upcoming TV show, as you can see in the photo. So my first reaction to hearing the casting, I was like, wow, these guys, they kind of look like an alternate version of Harry, Ron, Hermione. Like, I like the casting. I don't know anything about these young actors because they're definitely new to the game, and I'm excited to see them play the roles. But as everyone has been stating, like, you kind of have to protect these kids, right? Because they're going to go through a lot. There is obviously a lot of discourse around Harry Potter right now. It's going to be tough for them, but I really do wish them all the best, and I think they're going to do a good job. I think my main problem with this new Harry Potter show is it's a bit unnecessary. Like I said with The Cursed Child, that would be a better idea for a film or even a TV show, because it's a new concept. They're going to be retreading on waters that were already perfect. I think the Harry Potter films, I would not change a thing, and I don't particularly want to see a reboot of what we've already seen. I want to see new stuff. Like, I think Star Wars, even though they've made a lot of content over the years, and I think Disney have oversaturated Star Wars, I feel like they made the right choice, not like rebooting Star Wars. They've cast new actors, they've created new characters, they brought characters from like comics and things like that and brought them into live action in animated form, and I feel like that's the way Harry Potter should have gone. They should expand the universe rather than retreading on waters that they've already trod on. And so that's just my opinion, but nevertheless I am excited to see anything that is Harry Potter related. Like, I did really enjoy the Fantastic Beasts films, even though they were definitely a bit hit and miss for some audience members out there. So let's go ahead and read what they had to say about why they cast these three actors for the roles of Harry, Ron and Hermione. So this is the quote: "After an extraordinary search led by casting directors, we are delighted to announce that we have found our Harry, Hermione and Ron. The talent of these three unique actors is wonderful to behold, and we cannot wait for the world to witness their magic together on screen. We would like to thank all the tens of thousands of children who auditioned. It's been a real pleasure to discover the plethora of young talent out there." Obviously that's a similar process to what they did for finding like Daniel Radcliffe, Emma Watson and all the rest of the cast, doing like huge auditions with so many kids to try and find the perfect young actors to play these roles, and they think that these specific actors have what it takes to actually play these iconic characters. And so they're going to be joined by John Lithgow, who's going to be playing Professor Dumbledore, Janek McTeer will be playing Professor McGonagall, and Papa Isidou, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing his name wrong, but he's going to be playing Professor Snape, and Nick Frost is going to be playing Rubius Hagrid, Paul Whitehouse will be playing Argus Filch, and Luke Thallon will be playing Quirrell. So I have to say they're gathering a really good cast. Yes, they're making some big changes in terms of casting, but I'm looking forward to see what these new actors can actually give to these roles. And as far as we know, the Harry Potter show is supposed to start filming this summer in London, so we should be on the lookout for some potential behind the scenes photos and some videos, but I presume a lot of it's going to be on set, so in Leavesden, probably in London, which is actually where they just recently shot Supergirl, and it was very hard to get any behind the scenes looks into that film, so not sure how much we're going to see of this, but it's supposed to premiere sometime in 2026, but we don't have a specific release date for the HBO series as of yet. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment, and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos. We're going to be more consistent now. Sorry, took some time off from making videos, but we're going to make lots of different content. Let me know if you want any type of specific video down in the comments below, but for now, you can click on the top right corner of the screen to watch my latest video, and I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.